नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तैजसानि इंद्रियाणि देवा क्रिया ज्ञान विभागशः प्राणस्य क्रिया शक्तिर्बुद्धिर् विज्ञान शक्तिता तैजसानीन्द्रियाण्येव क्रिया ज्ञान विभागशः प्राणस्य हि क्रिया शक्तिर् बुद्धिर्विज्ञान शक्तिता तैजसानीन्द्रियाण्येव क्रिया ज्ञान विभागशः प्राणस्य हि क्रिया शक्तिर् बुद्धिर्विज्ञान शक्तिता तैजसानीन्द्रियाण्येव क्रिया ज्ञान विभागशः प्राणस्य हि क्रिया शक्तिर् बुद्धिर्विज्ञान शक्तिता। Egoism in the mode of passion produces two kinds of senses: the senses for acquiring knowledge and the senses of action. The senses of action depend upon the vital energy, and the senses for acquiring knowledge depend upon intelligence.
Tejasanindriya Indriyanneva Kriya Jnana Vibhagasa Pranasya hi Kriya Shakti Buddhi Vijnana Shakti. We have to see how wonderfully the subtle actions are described in Sankhya philosophy by Kapila. There are many modern psychologists, scientists, physicists, but they cannot analyze the subtle function that is going on, creating things as they are. Superficially we can see, but how things are taking place, that can be described in the Vedic literature, not any other book. Therefore, it is said, Vidya Bhagavata Vadhi, one who has studied Srimad Bhagavatam thoroughly, he has seen the end of knowledge. And actually, Srimad Bhagavatam is the commentary or explanation of the Vedanta Sutra. Whereas they made Vedanta Sutra the ultimate knowledge, and he made its comment also, natural commentary, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. At the end of every chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find Brahma Sutra Bhashya. It is the natural comment of Brahma Sutra. So if you study Srimad Bhagavatam very thoroughly, and specifically from a person Bhagavat, then our life is successful. Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya. That is the instruction. Nityam. Just like here we are having Bhagavat class. This is not ordinary Bhagavat class. Not jumping over Krishna's Ras Leela. It is not like that. It is step by step studying what is Krishna, what is this material world, what is the sambandha or relationship with Krishna, so many things, how this body has developed, how we have forgotten Krishna, how to revive our Krishna consciousness. These things must be studied first of all. Then we can understand what is Krishna's pastimes with the gopis. But these professional Bhagavad readers, they go, jump over at once, because it appears like the dealings of young boys and girls. So that is the, here in this material world, sex impulse. Here in this material world, sex impulse is the center of all activity. Janamaithunadi grihamedi sukham mitucham kanduganena karayu rivadukha dukham. People are working so hard day and night. What is their happiness? The happiness is sex. That's all. And that has been described as tucham, most abominable. Janmaithunadi grihamedi sukham mitucham. Atagrihas sutapta vittui janasamohoyam ahangamameti. So, we are not aware what is the aim of life. So, Krishna is very kind. He therefore comes. He came just before the beginning of this Kali Yuga, the most fallen age, and left for us the Bhagavad Gita. And then, after him, after his departure, it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, after departure of Krishna from this planet to his own abode, the principle of religion and knowledge, where it is kept? And the answer is, it is kept in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Adhuna Udita. So, Krishna is not different from Bhagavad Gita as it is spoken by him personally, and he is also represented by Srimad Bhagavatam. Sound representation. So, we should take the advantage of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. They are Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha means news or words about Krishna, or Krishna's Katha, the words given by Krishna. That is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna Katha, Krishna's words. And Srimad Bhagavatam means words for Krishna. Both of them are Krishna Katha, or Krishna Upadesh, instruction by Krishna. So here is Kapil Dev is giving instruction how things have developed one after another from Krishna, from Kapil Dev. Kapil Dev and Krishna, there is no difference. You read the purport.
It has been explained in the previous verses that mind is the product of ego and goodness, and that the function of the mind is acceptance and rejection according to desire. But here, intelligence is said to be the product of ego and passion. That is the distinction between mind and intelligence. Mind is a product of egoism in goodness, and intelligence is a product of egoism in passion. The desire to accept something and reject something is a very important factor of the mind. Since the mind is a product of the mode of goodness, if it is fixed upon the Lord of mind, Aniruddha, then the mind can be changed to Krishna consciousness.
Yes, here is the secret of training the mind. The whole yoga system, Ashtanga yoga system, Dhyan, Dharana, Asana, Pranayam, like that, they are meant for only controlling the mind. Mind is the center of sensual activities. The purpose of Ashtanga Yoga is to train up the mind, because mind is very restless. Arjuna, 500 years ago, he also appreciated the mind is very restless. So he declined to practice the Hatha Yoga system. He said clearly that, Krishna, it is not possible for me to control the mind. In another place in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, the mind is the most dearest friend and mind is the bitterest enemy. Everyone's bitterest enemy and dearest friend is there. That is the mind. It requires little training. For training the mind, this yoga system is, those who are too much engrossed in the bodily concept of life, for them this yoga system, Ashtanga yoga system, is recommended by practicing a certain type of asana and making a type of exercise of the breathing. In this pranayam, dhyan, dharana, asana, pranayam. But there is another simple method that is recommended in the Shastra. You can train up your mind if you simply keep your mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna is here and you see Krishna's lotus feet, and if you practice to meditate upon Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's bodily feature, then immediately your mind becomes controlled. Savai mana Krishna padaravinda. Ambarish Maharaj, he was the emperor of the world. He had to manage many political affairs, but he was one of the topmost devotees at the same time. Why? Because about him it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam that he practiced this yoga system, the topmost yoga system. What is that? Savai mana Krishna padaravinda. He kept all his mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. And his legs engaged for going. He was a king, emperor, he had no business to go, but he was using his legs to go to the temple. This is this yoga system. You employ your senses. Instead of going to the cinema and standing there for 3 hours for a ticket, if you engage your legs to come to this temple, it is yoga system. So simple thing. Savai mana Krishna padara binda. Instead of thinking some beautiful woman or beautiful man, if you think of Krishna, the most beautiful person, then it is yoga system. So simple. So every senses you can engage in Krishna's service. Just we have got senses, 10 senses, and the mind. The mind engaged in Krishna, legs engaged for going to the temple, hands engaged for cleansing the temple, nose engaged for smelling the flower offered to Krishna, or tulsi offered to Krishna, tongue to taste Krishna's prasadam, hear Hare Krishna mantra. In this way you can engage all the senses. There is no need of education, there is no need of passing MA, PhD. You practice this simple yoga system. Savai mana Krishna padara vednayo vachangsi vaikuntha gunanuvarnana. Amrish Maharaj used to do that. Vachangsi vaikuntha gunanuvarnana. You have to talk, but don't talk nonsense. But you engage your talking about Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means without any kuntha, without any anxiety. Other talking, you will have so many anxieties, because that is not Vaikuntha. But if you engage your talking on the subject matter of Krishna, Krishna is talking, Krishna is not dumb, deaf and dumb, nirakar. No, he is talking before Krishna. Aham adihi devana. Aham, here I am. I am the origin of all the devas. So, Krishna is talking like that. Mame vaja prapadante, maya tem tarantit. He is talking. Manvana bhavamat bhakta. Just think of me, become my devotee. He is teaching everywhere, person, momo, and to me, mine, I, the first person, everywhere. Aham adihi devana, aham sarvasya prabhava, matta sarvang pravartate. These are the talking of Krishna. Krishna is talking. So take up this message from Krishna directly and engage like that. Vachangsi vaikuntha gunanuvarnane. Don't talk nonsense. Or if you talk of Krishna, then nonsense talking will stop automatically. Now, you know that in our institution, there are so many European boys and girls. In their own country, they are very, very much fond of newspaper. If there is no newspaper, they think life is horrible. But you won't find a piece of newspaper in our temple, because they have stopped talking all nonsense. Only this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad. This is called Vachangsi Vaikuntha Gunanuvarnana. They were no more interested with this nonsense talking of the newspaper. Vachangsi Vaikuntha Gunam. This is advancement of spiritual life. I have heard one story from a gentleman, how newspaper is important in Western countries. We have seen also big bunch of newspaper thrown in every door. They subscribe. So, one priest was preaching among the miners in Sheffield, where there are many coal mines in England. So, he was speaking that you become devotee, followers of Jesus Christ, and in this way is preaching Bible. So one of the miners, he never heard of Bible, not Jesus Christ. So he inquired, what is his number? That means he thought Christ may be one of the miners, and they have got a specific number. So he said, no, you are mistaken. Jesus Christ is Lord. He is not one of you like worker. No, he is Lord. So if you don't appreciate him, don't worship him, then you go to hell. Then another man asked, what is hell? And he described that hell is very dark, it is very moist, and so on. There is no air, there is no light. So they are living always in the mind, there is no response, because they are habituated with this hellish life. So the description of hell did not appeal. Then the priest was intelligent, said, you know there is no newspaper. Then they said, oh, horrible. It is horrible. So that newspaper is so important in the Western countries, even the miners and the most fallen people, they also read newspaper. And these boys and the girls who you are saying, not only here, there also, they don't care anymore for any newspaper, any magazine, except Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a fact. This is Krishna consciousness. Savai mana Krishna padar vindaye vachangsi vaikuntha gunan vandana. So this is, if we simply do these things, the vachangsi vaikuntha gunan vandane, this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, description of Vaikuntha, the transcendental life where there is no anxiety. That is Vaikuntha. So Vaikuntha, God's name is also Vaikuntha. In southern India they say Venkatesha. That is Apabhramsa of Vaikuntesha. They say Venkatesha, but Vaikuntesha. Vaikuntha, the spiritual world, and the master of the Vaikuntha, he is called Venkatesha or Vaikuntesha. Say, in this way we can train up ourselves. Keep your mind always thinking of Krishna, as Krishna says, Manmana bhava mad bhakta. Then you become gradually the first class yogi. You don't require to make any exercise. Everything will be done automatically. Krishna will give you intelligence. As you concentrate your mind on Krishna's lotus feet, immediately become qualified to talk with Krishna. Immediately. That is said by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Tesam satata juktanam bhajatang pritipurvakam buddhijogam dadami tam. So Krishna is there within your heart. And as soon as you engage yourself in the service of Krishna, beginning with Savai Mana Krishna Padarvindaya, Bachangsi Vaikuntha Gunanava. Concentrating your mind, that is the yoga system. Meditation means to concentrate the mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Not something fictitious. This is tangible. Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pasyantijam yogin. That is the yoga practice of meditation. But not that the yogi does not know what he is thinking. That is not yoga. This is simply show. Real yoga is to meditate upon the lotus feet of Krishna. That is real yoga. Dhyanavasthitam. Dhyana means meditation. So they sit down in dhyana. You know, what is the subject matter of dhyana? The subject matter of dhyana is the lotus feet of Krishna or Vishnu. That is dhyana. Dhyana yoga. That is, then you get yogic perfection. And Krishna recommends in the Bhagavad Gita how first class yoga is thinking of Krishna. Yoginam api sarvesham madgata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajati jumang same yuktatamu. The first class yogi is. So actually it is so. As soon as you contact the Supreme, yoga means contact, and another meaning. Everyone knows. In mathematics, yoga, 1 plus 1 equal to 2. And Vyoga, 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Vyoga, B-yoga, discontact and contact. So we are now separated superficially. What is God? I don't care for God. I am God, this, that. Therefore, yoga system is required to connect again your relation, re-establish. It is not broken. It is exactly like that. A boy is away from home for many, many years. So, he is now separated or discontact. But immediately he can contact by remembering his father and mother, family, immediately. Immediately the relationship is revived. So yoga system means from time immemorial we have forgotten Krishna or God. This is our position. Krishna bhuliya jeev anadi bohir moh. Because we have forgotten Krishna, anadi, before creation. Therefore, I am looking after external things for my happiness. Bahirartha manina. Nate vidushartha gatin hi Vishnu. Bahirartha manina. Bahirartha manina, those who have been captured by this external energy, Maya, material world, they do not know what is their actual interest. Their interest is to revive again his relationship with the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Nate vidu. They do not know it. And nate vidu sarthagatin hi Vishnu durasayaji bahirartha manina. Andha jathandhi rupaniya mana stepi satantra urudamni badhya. Andha, the leaders of this class of men, they are also blind. We are blind, and the leaders, so-called leaders, he also does not know what is the aim of life. And they are misleading us in so many ways. By so-called political emancipation, this party, that party, but they do not know actually what is the aim of life. Therefore they are andhas. Andha jatha andhai rupaniyamana, and we are also andhas. So andha leading andha. So how there can be any peace and prosperity? Therefore, the whole world is unhappy, chaotic condition, and everyone is manufacturing his own way of life to become happy, but they are not becoming happy because they do not know what is the aim of life. This is the position. So, this Krishna consciousness movement, at least trying to give the people what is the aim of life, how he can be happy, how he can regain his eternal position of blissful life. These are the things, and they are authorized. What we are presenting, that is nothing manufactured by concoction of the brain, no. They are all authorized. All authorized. So if we take advantage of this movement, then we become happy, we become in the perfect knowledge, blissful life, even in this life, and next life we go back to home, back to God.